Include training and O&M in the contract. Far too often, we're handing over to the facilities guys a high-efficient building that they can't operate. It's like getting the plane on in your driveway and saying, "Go ahead." Okay, you don't know what to do first. The O&M represents one of the largest costs of operating a facility will see over its lifetime. So there's a driving force as to why we should try and either reduce the O&M that's required or make it as efficient and optimal for the facility as possible. The training and the O&M process must be organized and well thought out. The designer's responsibility in the O&M, we need to design a system that will operate at or perform effectively at the level of maintenance the owner can provide. We should not be expecting him to provide more or go above or beyond their experience if they're not capable of that. We should not let O&M be a surprise. When I design my buildings, I write my O&M spec with the owner. They're the ones that dictate what training they're going to get and what the O&M documentation is that they want. Is it books? Is it PDF? Is it bound into different manuals based on emergency, based on repair? Do they want 8 hours training, 12 hours training, 16 hours training? How are they doing the training? Are we doing the training? And why would I have the contractor introduce or explain a system design that he didn't design? On my projects that I design, I do the training as far as the system, and then the manufacturer gets involved on the required O&M related specific to their equipment. But when it comes to systems, it belongs with the designer. The facilities guys on most projects aren't involved with the design. They're getting handed a building where they don't know where valves are. They don't even know what equipment's on the project until they get the calendar invite saying show up for training. Okay, by getting them involved, hopefully through the IDP process where they're involved with the design, at least they know what systems are in the project. And then when they go to training, at least they have a little bit of knowledge. Provide system, did that answer your question? Provide system interfaces to allow personnel to easily monitor and adjust. They have to know when something is going wrong. If you're not putting the safeguards in there or the alarms or dashboards or whatever they want to know what is going wrong, then you failed them. Provide the necessary support for the owner's facility staff. We never really finish a project. Okay, we do move on from projects, but facilities people call me all the time saying, hey, I'm having an issue with my building, I'm having an issue with my utility, my water bill went up. This could be 2-3 years post-project. Okay, we have to be there to support them. Make sure system control, operation, and maintenance training are part of the construction contract. That's what I was saying earlier. Okay, I write the O&M spec with them so that they are getting what they want because they're paying for it. You know, one of the schools we do repeat work for all the time, they have a high turnover on their facility staff. They're state employees. So as soon as they find a better gig, they're out. So in that case, it's worth videotaping. Okay, because once people that were there for that training leave, so is that knowledge. Okay, so depending on the facility or the project, that'll tailor how you want your O&M and training. Include complete documentation regarding operation and maintenance of all equipment and controls as part of the construction contract. Same thing. Have the owner tell you what format he wants it in. Owner's responsibility. They need to know that different components of the system will require different maintenance requirements. Establish a written comprehensive O&M program specific to the project. Okay, no building is going to be the same. They have to understand what equipment needs to be maintained and set a program specific to that building. Designers and engineers can help with this. Okay, we've written into our spec that the contractor needs to make an itemized list of every piece of equipment that's in the building, including mile numbers, serial numbers, so that's the first start in creating the facilities maintenance program. They need to show up for training. And this is shocking, that owners would not show up for training. I went to an O&M training session 3 weeks ago, and the owner didn't show up because it was being videotaped. So why show up? You think anyone's really going to go back and watch those videotapes? You know, it's for the next generation of facility staff, not for the current ones. They need to commit. They need to commit to the long-term maintenance and efficient operation of their building. And we can't help with this. And if they don't do it, your building is not going to be a success. They have to commit.